This week on the most ridiculous show you've ever seen, Tips and Tricks, 5 tips for Terraria.
We're going to chat with Mixer partner Invade.
And we'll play PUBG for an entire hour following the show.
All this and more on this week's Tips and Tricks. What are we even doing?
There's just animals calling inside of this studio. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Tips and Tricks, the #1 show on the internet, as proclaimed by Ethan and I's moms.
Our mothers. Love you, mama. I'm Ethan Rothamel.
And I'm Malik Prince.
And this is the show that helps you get the most out of your Xbox, Windows, and Mixer experience.
That's right. We'll give you tips on the latest features and tricks on tackling them hot new games.
Yes. Huge news today, though.
Lots of huge news.
Yeah.
Are we not going to call it the fact that we look absolutely ridiculous?
I guess we have to.
Okay. So I guess we'll get to it this eventually. So let's leave them. Ethan doesn't know where he is.
I'm losing.
Anyway, let's talk about the hugest news. Honestly, in my opinion, the past few years, Xbox Game Pass will now include new releases from Microsoft Studios.
Yes.
This is huge. I mean, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, Crackdown 3 will all be in Xbox Game Pass on day one when they release.
Hold on.
Yeah.
That's 3? Sea of the 1,
okay.
2. I just needed to do the math, make sure that's 3.
Yeah. Well,
the cardboard checks out.
Checks out? Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Perfect. All right, so Sea of Thieves will be added to the Game Pass on launch day. That's March 20th. And this will include future studio titles like Forza, Halo, and Gears. It's only $9.99 to subscribe per month. And you can also, on March 20th, you'll be able to pick up 6 months of Game Pass at a time at participating retailers. So this is huge.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
This is awesome.
It's awesome news, man. First party games, when they come out, new releases.
Just huge.
On the Game Pass.
This is like a paradigm shifter. Like, I think years from now, we'll look back at this being the very start of kind of this digital revolution in games. I think games were always behind movies and kind of music and their distribution digitally.
Right.
This is going to be what sets us into the future, and I love this.
I totally agree. And this news segment is going to appear everywhere in our We're going to be wearing our stupid outfits.
That is a good call.
Yeah, and we're not even these don't even have anything to do with Xbox. We're paying homage to Nintendo.
Yeah, that's right. Are we going to talk about? Is it in the rundown?
Should we
later on?
Should we? No, I think it was more of a, hey, let's dress up like we're part of interactive.
Yeah. No, this is cool. But Xbox Game Pass, I'm looking at, I'm so happy to work here, and I'm a huge Xbox fan. Obviously, I work here, so bias, of course, but genuinely, this is going to be one of the most awesome things, and I love seeing the excitement from the community about this. It's so cool.
It's pretty rad. It's a big deal, and honestly, a really good move, I think, from Xbox. Like, nothing but positivity across the internet today because of it.
I'm so proud.
I'm so happy.
Proud.
I jumped for joy, but this box is gonna flip.
You're gonna get knocked out. Sure.
I know. I don't even know where at this point. I'm struggling to read the prompter. I don't know what the next part of the story is. What are we talking about?
We did talk about Sea of Thieves. The beta is tomorrow.
Yes.
And the beta is awesome. So it'll go live at 4 p.m. Pacific. So you can figure that out. Put in
4 a.m.
4 a.m. Sorry, did I say PM?
Early in the morning.
Early in the morning. So yeah, you can play it starting then. It'll go on between the 24th and the 29th, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Play, no NDA, so stream, send us pictures,
please.
Do all the things. Co-stream, this is the perfect game to co-stream. I'm so excited. This is going to be epic.
I think this is the perfect time to change out of this ridiculous outfit.
Yeah?
Because I'm so excited for Sea of Thieves. Uh-oh, sorry.
What happened?
When I knocked something out.
I don't think you knocked anything out.
I'm just so excited that I brought my captain's hat and everything today. And I was ready to, get hyped up.
While Ethan gets prepared, how is chat doing today? We haven't acknowledged chat. This is a live show. Hype, tips and tricks hype in the chat.
Hold on.
There you go. I want to see some hype in that chat. Are you ready, Ethan, to move on to the next story?
1 second.
Almost.
You're just begging me to leave.
It's okay. I'll do it. PUBG just received new updates. I feel like this is a reoccurring segment every week, and this is just a testament to how awesome this game is, how awesome Bluehole has been doing at updating this game. So there's a few awesome new features. Auto run function has been added.
Yes.
So from standstill, double click left stick, and it will activate auto run.
And who would have thought that being able to just auto run would be such a big deal? But it is.
So it's a big deal for you. Explain why it's so, because I actually don't. I'm not going to be happy about it. I'm kind of sad about it.
Here's why auto run is awesome. Because everyone's got chores to do. Everybody's got chores to do.
Yeah.
And now, when my wife tells me to do the laundry, I'll be like, sure, honey. In the middle, after I finish looting this building, I'm going to run into that open field with auto run and just start folding that laundry.
Well, so how do you just have one piece of laundry? You have to pay attention to the game.
Yeah, I got my headphones in. I don't know. Sometimes you're running across an open map. You have nothing but time. The car's right there, but you're like, you know what? I got auto run. I could pay some bills right now. I could whip up dinner for the week.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can. And so what I'll say is that I'm bad at the game. I've been getting worse.
You're not that bad. You say that.
No. Okay. Every week I've been coming in here because we're going to play PUBG for an hour after the show. I say, hey, I'm getting better at the game. I am actively getting worse at the game. I played last night, got destroyed.
Yeah.
And
I'm
not
going to lie to you. I'm pretty concerned. We have been playing for an hour after the show every time. We're doing okay. If you guys are tuning in, we got a couple second places, a couple good games.
Yeah.
Either way, it's been fun.
Yeah.
But I'm in the same boat as you, man. I haven't played in a week.
We're going to get a chicken dinner today.
No, we're not. Stop saying it.
Listen, a broken clock is right twice a day. If I say it enough, it'll happen. All right, so another awesome thing is players can now drop equipped weapons with the Y button when the inventory screen is active. Thoughts? Cool. Sweet. Grenades can once again be cycled by tapping right on the D-pad.
Yeah, so that was a little bug that they fixed,
Sure.
which is a big deal because there was definitely a time I died last week where I had my flashbangs out and I wanted to throw that frag, and I kept hitting D and nothing happened. I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then he
just
got up to me, and I was dead.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So I don't even use grenades enough, so this doesn't. I should. I know.
You should
I know,
use grenades.
I know.
They are so good in the game. They're so good.
But I don't want to use frag grenades. I don't know.
I don't know, but one of the other things they added, players can now cancel casting actions while the inventory screen is active.
Casting actions.
So like casting a spell. So energy drinks or
Oh, you
really,
couldn't do that before.
really heals.
You had to exit out of the.
Correct.
Okay.
So now you can cancel. Ba-boom.
Got it. Okay.
Easy peasy.
I apologize. I realized I was reading all of them. You're on the show as well, so you should have read.
No, it's fine.
I was just taking over. I'm so excited.
In my robot outfit, which is incredible, by the way.
Yeah.
And you can't even tell that I wasn't a robot.
I don't have my earpiece in, so hopefully nobody's saying something to me. I apologize.
Nobody. I couldn't read the prompter, so I needed you.
Sure.
I needed you, but now we're good.
Fair enough. All right, you want to kick off this Minecraft news?
I suppose. So, guys, if you haven't heard, Helen Shang is now the head of Minecraft. Did I pronounce that right? I really hope I did.
I think so.
She's now the head of Minecraft. This is a big deal, you guys. She revealed that they have 74 million monthly active users. 74 million. That is way more than PUBG.
Ooh,
that
okay.
That is a huge
put that
number.
in the teleprompter? But that is awesome. That's because the former head of Minecraft, Matt Booty, is now the head of Microsoft Game Studios. So that he got a promotion that came out last week. So that is awesome. So many awesome things happening in the world of games and like people shifting around. I'm so proud. I just want somebody to notice me though, and my awesome little fishing rod.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Speaking of news that I took off my stuff too early.
Secret the Bear, I know who you are. Thank you for saying that I look amazing in this raccoon hat. I appreciate it.
He does look amazing.
Thank you. So you may be wondering why we have cardboard all around. That's because Nintendo Labo was announced last week, and it's coming out April 20th. There's a variety kit. It's $70, and it includes not one, but 2 RC cars, a house, a motorbike, and a piano.
What? What was that last one?
Piano.
Piano. Okay. And a piano. I got it.
The robot kit is $80 and includes a backpack, a visor, and
Hold on, let me get the visor.
Okay, and
me get the
hand
visor.
and foot controls. It's crazy. So if you ever wanted to play with cardboard, now's your chance.
It's got a visor. One of these.
Is that a visor? Oh, it's right in the back. Look at this. Beautiful. You're blocking the screen.
Oh, this isn't what.
Yeah, ours
wearing.
looks a little.
What kind of joke is this?
Like
what kind of sick joke? Wow, that actually looks amazing.
Did you just make these so that we dress up like this?
Is this?
Because that looks a little different.
Over a bit? Yeah, this is not what comes in the box. Is this not work?
Oh
my God.
That's unfortunate.
Okay.
All right. Well,
okay.
I guess we'll just move on. So we have I'm really sad. We have a few new releases. We have OKKO, Let's Play Heroes out today. I don't know. What is this?
OKKO?
Is this a cartoon?
It's a cartoon.
Looks like a cartoon. Cartoon Network or something?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Well, no, you got it exactly right. Is it a cartoon? I mean, it's not. There's like 3 channels it can be on.
Are you calling me an idiot?
No,
okay,
I'm not.
Just making sure.
Although we both look like one.
That's true. That's fair. Assassin's Creed Origins: The Hidden Ones DLC is out today. It adds new storyline items and regions to the game. So Assassin's Creed, obviously one of the big games of Q4 2017. They're adding new content. I love seeing new content added. More and more games these days are not about just the release. It's about what comes after. And this is a prime example.
It's a great
love
example.
seeing this. Assassin's Creed, fantastic.
Yeah, you know what else is coming though?
What's
guys,
that?
Who is hyped for Dragon Ball Fighters out this Friday?
Yes, it's coming. I almost corrected you and said Fighter Z. I am just never going to get it right. Yes, Dragon Ball Fighter Z comes out this Friday. The beta is exclusively on Xbox, I think today. Is it today? Tabs might know. I don't know. There's an exclusive beta on Xbox.
There was one, yeah.
Well, there's a
It's
new
today.
one.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So they announced that today. So go and play some Dragon Ball Z. Let's hear your favorite. Oh, we have Mikey Barr in chat.
Oh, Mike, we actually
Yeah.
talked about that.
We did.
We are hyped for that beta.
And we look ridiculous. I know. I'm so sorry.
Now, if you do want to get on a Sea of Thieves beta, you can wake up, as pirates would say, early in the morning.
Early in the morning.
Play that at 4 a.m. Pacific time.
Pirates say that?
You're welcome.
You know, it's funny when people walk in and they just shake their head.
Ed made this. I don't know what he's talking about.
Ed made this?
Yeah.
What?
Full disclosure, he totally convinced us this was actually Nintendo product, so I feel
that's
betrayed.
right. And this is clearly a ripoff, but
Yeah.
it's fine because I'm going to keep it on. All right. Anyway, last bit of news: Monster Hunter World comes out this Friday. And I know a lot of people are excited about
Heck
this
yeah.
one. Now, Ethan, you know what Monster Hunter is about? Do you? Question mark?
That genuine curiosity.
well,
Yes.
It's about hunting monsters.
Yes.
I presume.
It's exactly right.
Okay.
And with your friends. So the beauty of this one, I mean, they all are. Like, the co-op of Monster Hunter is really what allured me to it, if that's the right word. I am a big fan of any cooperative experience,
Yeah.
and to take down massive creatures like Monster Hunter, it's just such a fun experience. And when you finally kill that big dinosaur,
Yeah.
I'm not going to use any of their names because I'm going to pronounce them all wrong.
Sure, it's fine.
It's just like such a great sense of accomplishment.
Is
Similar
this
to
a
beating
di-
someone
is
in
this-
Dark Souls.
Fair. So this is a difficult game. I was going to ask you, and you said
yes,
Dark Souls.
yes and no. Like,
Okay.
I think it depends all on your. It's a difficult game to grasp. They don't.
Okay.
Monster Hunter is always. I'll be interested with this one how they explain like the rules and the ins and outs of the games, because Monster Hunter has always kind of been like a go figure it out kind of game, right? And there's always like little things that they don't really tell you very well.
Sure.
That you have to kind of go online to figure out, or other things, which is okay. It gives you that sense of wonder and adventure.
Got it.
But it can cause the early game to be very difficult
Very
for
difficult?
a new
Okay.
player to the Monster Hunter. What?
Better.
2 people playing together?
Oh,
It's
I thought
up
you.
to 4.
You said pears. I thought you meant the fruit. I'm like, what does the fruit
have to
give?
teach you how to
Does
play,
it give you
Malik.
extra? It's fine. I thought you meant it was better with
Cinnamons,
pears.
pears.
Persimmons, oranges. That's what I thought you. I legitimately thought you meant it was better with the fruit, the pear. But you're saying it's better with multiple.
No, it's better in
people.
2. It's always co-op
it.
is always more fun.
I don't know why I didn't go to that first. It's fine. So those are your news stories. So tons of news stories.
Great games. Apologies in advance. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're
Apologies
good.
in advance for significant others that are dealing with gamers and their relationships, because
It's about to
Monster
get
Hunter,
rough.
Dragon Ball FighterZ, the Sea of Thieves beta.
All of it.
There's a lot going on.
And
that-
Game Pass. I just want to say that I'm so excited for obviously the Game Pass stuff. But Sea of Thieves, are we gonna co-stream?
We
Are
have to.
I don't know if I'm gonna stream.
We also should
Well,
play
we'll
that after our shows. You know what I mean? I don't think it's out next week.
not
but
out next
We'll
week.
figure when it actually launches. We'll play it.
Sure. Okay. Fair
I'm
enough.
so excited. I'm so excited, dude. I wore
That's
my
right.
shirt and everything. Can I take this off now?
Please do.
Okay.
Please.
And saying please. Chat, what's the verdict?
Yeah. Chat. What's the verdict? Do you guys like?
You're wearing a cardboard Pip-Boy.
A cardboard Pip-Boy.
Well,
You
that's
take that
hurtful.
back, sir. This thing can
That
do
is-
math.
That's right.
Give me an equation. Give me something. But it has to be addition or subtraction.
What is 2 + 2?
Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, beep. 6. All right,
I
next
think it's
up.
broken.
I think it's not working.
Next up, we have an interesting game. It's good. It's a game that you actually voice overed. Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Voice
So I
overed.
apologize in advance for that. But it's
Yeah.
a classic game brought back to life.
Here are 5 tips for Terraria.
Well, rip.
Ah, Terraria. The innocent design, peaceful music, and the not at all disturbing face monsters. This game takes us back to the early days of survival sandboxes. Although Terraria originally hit Xbox One back in November of 2014, the upcoming 1.3 version will update it once more to equal its PC counterpart. Version 1.3 boasts some amazing improvements to the game's UI, as well as many new weapons to wield, trinkets to discover, and bosses to battle. So if you haven't already, now is the perfect time to dive into Terraria. Here are our 5 tips to get you started. Tip number 1, starter trinkets. There are many different items to find or craft within Terraria, but when you're just starting out, you'll want to search out 3 specific items to ensure the best chance of survival. Each of these items can be found underground in dungeons or in random chests. The first item is a pair of speed boots. Terraria offers 2 different types of speed boots, the Hermes boots and the Flurry boots. And with the 1.3 patch, they'll introduce a third called the Sailfish boots. These boots offer amazing speed, which can help you escape enemies and traverse the land at a quicker pace. Plus, these boots are the first material needed to craft the Frost Spark boots. The second item you'll want to find is a magic mirror. This item is essential for any Terraria player. The magic mirror will allow you to teleport directly to your set spawn point, which will save you time as well as a dangerous trip home, in the dark, chased by enemies, threatening to rob you of all the goodies you spent the entire day collecting. The last item you want to keep your eye out for is a cloud in a bottle. This item gives you the ability to double jump. Although this is very useful for jumping up terrain, its primary use is to prevent fall damage. There are many deep caves in Terraria, and they can lead to some accidental deaths if you're not careful. If you've got Cloud in a bottle, you can jump last minute to avoid that fall damage. Tip number 2, quick stack. There are so many things you can collect in Terraria, so after you finish up a mining excursion, you may find yourself overwhelmed by the cluttered mess of an inventory. One way to avoid this problem is to take some time to organize your current chest setup and move them closer together. Then, when you want to drop off your spoils, all you need to do is navigate down to the quick stack option. This will take all the items in your inventory and stack them with the same items in your chest. The quick stack is proximity based, so the more chests you have nearby, the more items will be sorted at one time. Tip number 3, roomies! One crucial part of Terraria is the necessity for room and board. With over 20 helpful NPCs willing to move in with you if given the chance, you'll need to ensure that your shelter has the space to accommodate each of them. NPCs can act like merchants, they can offer specific items, and some can even offer abilities like reforging and healing. NPC housing is easy to make. Just build a decent-sized room, fill it with a background tile, add a table, a chair, and a torch, then voila, you've got a room fit for any NPC. Tip number 4, going straight to the underworld. When you're near the midway point of the game, you'll find yourself needing to visit the underworld more and more. However, getting there isn't easy if you don't have a direct path. One thing to make this journey easier and faster is to create a pit straight down, because what's faster than falling? Though fall damage does exist, there's an assortment of ways to break your fall versus your legs. One of these being the cloud in a bottle we mentioned earlier. Use it to double jump before you hit the bottom. With all the hazardous enemies in the underworld, you may find yourself dying down here quite a bit, so this will help you get back to your dropped items before they disappear. Tip number 5, arena. In Terraria, there are many random events, like blood moons, invasions, or even boss attacks. To best avoid this, it's smart to build an arena a good distance from your house. This is where you can camp out and hopefully survive during one of these random events. Building it off the ground is a must, as it limits your enemies to those that can fly or use ranged attacks. A good addition would be a campfire for a regeneration buff, plus you could double that buff by adding a heart lantern near the fire as well. Later in the game, you can add heart statues. Now these may seem cosmetic, but if powered by red wire and connected to a pressure plate, these statues will drop hearts that heal you when you run over that plate. Though Terraria seems like a simple sandbox survival game, it's actually a rich world where nearly everything you collect can be used by itself or for crafting something else. Terraria is for the explorers, the looters, the collectionists, the completionists, the home builders, the raiders, and the fighters. It's a massive game that appeals to almost every type of gamer. You'll be busy for hours with all the customization and content, especially with that upcoming 1.3 update. So get ready to spelunk and craft your way through this world. Just be careful where you kill those voodoo demons. Ah! Not again! I did not hear.
Ooh, you got a one shot.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've never seen that before. I did not hear my audio in that, so I hope it was okay.
I think it was great. I didn't hear it
You
either.
didn't hear it either.
But you know, I trust that you do great stuff. All right.
Freaking Brad, or
What?
not Brad Pitt. I was gonna make a risky business reference, but you wouldn't even get that reference.
Unfortunately, I don't watch movies, and so that's just how it is sometimes. Sometimes you just miss out on life things, and
wanna come over
sometimes
here and be in my camera?
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say sometimes Ethan gets the whole shot. I'm in glasses.
No, you look great, man. Look at that. Now everyone gets the reference. I was gonna make a risky business joke.
Oh, got it, got it.
You see where I'm coming from, guys? You see where I'm coming from?
Sure.
All right. So what's next on the agenda?
Well, we're waiting for. Okay, we have. Okay, so right now it's time for the segment where we use Skype to connect, and I can come back over here with a mixer partner, Invade.
Invade! Wait, I'm not plugged in. Hold on.
What's up, everybody?
Yes.
Yes. How's it going, man?
I'm
Now I
good.
can
How are
hear
you
you.
guys?
Oh, great. That's so good to see you, man. Thanks for coming on the show.
You can hear? I can't hear.
You can't hear?
My
Mike?
pleasure.
Oh, maybe I moved
My
over.
pleasure.
Well, and I ruined this.
It's fine. Malik can't hear you. Yeah, again, thanks for coming on the show, man. So before we jump in, the first question I always want to ask is basically there's a lot of people in here that may not know who you are. So why don't you give a quick rundown of kind of who you are and what your stream's about?
Yeah, cool. So my name is Invade, and I've been streaming for literally like a year or two. Started on Twitch, came back to or switched over to Mixer. I love it here. I started playing 2K, which is a sports basketball game, and then after that, I switched over and done a lot of Fortnite. So that's where we're at right now.
Ooh, Fortnite. That's exciting. And thank you for telling us what NBA 2K17 was. We always have a joke where because we don't play it, and so we're always looking for more information on the game. And so now we know it's a basketball game.
Yes.
That's the first step. That's the first step.
Up until now, I had no idea what NBA stood for.
Yeah, it was like something about, I don't know.
Oh, wow.
The National Breakdancing Association.
Sure,
I think,
sure.
yeah.
Which is fine by me,
wow.
honestly, because I'd love to get into that.
Great.
But you also mentioned you play Fortnite. How's it going? How's it going with Fortnite? Have you also played PUBG, or what's the dynamic between Fortnite and PUBG?
So I played a little bit of PUBG. I'm gonna be upfront with you guys. I hate it.
What?
I hate
That's
it.
cool. That's okay.
So I'm gonna be honest. I hate it. I hate it so much. It's slow compared to Fortnite. Like it's extremely slow.
It is.
And I'm not patient. I'm not patient. I'm like one of those guys that's like, gotta go. Let's go. Let's go kill everybody. So
you say slow. I choose methodical. It's a bit more methodical. I think in Fortnite the map is obviously a lot smaller.
Yeah.
And you can kind of get into the action more quick. But yeah, it is very much a preference thing.
But they're so different. They are so different. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you
It's true.
do you go for that? Are you like aggressive player then in Fortnite? Are you going for kills constantly?
yes, yeah, I'm going for like 13, 14 kill games as much as possible. Yeah.
Dang,
I'm the guy hiding in a house in the middle of the ring, just waiting for somebody to walk by. Not even gonna take my shot. I'm just gonna let them walk by. I'm not even gonna go after them. So
That's why PUBG works for you. Because every time I'm like, all right, we're gonna move houses, you're always like, you're leaving?
Yeah, I know. Like, oh no. And I always end up dying first, so it's not fair.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, man. I don't know what to tell you.
It's fine. So obviously Battle Royale is super hot right now, and a lot of people may be looking to jump into Fortnite or even PUBG. Let's talk about Fortnite. Can you give us some tips on how to survive in that game?
Yeah, I'll give you 3 of my top tips.
Okay.
One,
Nice.
to get better at the game. 3 of my top tips. 1, to get better at the game, drop in the hottest spots as possible because it's going to put you in fighting situations, so you'll get used to fighting, right? Number 2, have as much material as possible so you can always build. If somebody shoots you, don't look around trying to figure out where the shot comes from because it shows you where the shot comes from, right? So just turn around and build in that area. And then number 3, just practice building because the game itself is not built on skill shots. It's built on building. You can outbuild your opponent, then you're going to obviously win. High ground and all of that's obviously going to be better for you. So
Yeah. One of the other things, I think people like, you can actually, doesn't crouching make you more accurate? Isn't that still a thing? And like
that's actually true. That is actually true. Crouching does make you accurate. It makes your shots like almost laser them down. So definitely crouch when you can.
Yeah, even if you
sure.
can just jump
Do
on
it.
there. Yeah, that's saved my life 100 times. Those are good.
Okay.
I got to ask you, is that a custom-made hat?
It is, you know what I'm saying? You know, people out here trying to show out for you, but yeah, it definitely is a custom-made hat. Definitely a custom-made hat.
That's cool, man.
And I assume ours are in like the mail or something, right?
Yeah, it
so,
must be. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay. Just making sure.
For sure. You'll get it next week for sure.
Yeah, sure.
Got it. It won't be lost in the mail. No way.
Yeah.
So I like to ask this question because I love learning about some of the things that other Mixer partners have learned over their time streaming. What are some of the things that you've picked up while streaming on Mixer?
So one of the things that I first picked up, one of my things was like, for sure, the people that you treat as your viewers, even when you're starting off, treat them as like they're like the most important people in the world. The way that I started off was like, I started off in 1, that 1 turned into 3, that 3 turned into 6, that 6 turned into 12. And the better that you treat them, the more they'll tell their friends about them. Before you know it, you have a big community. Also, the thing that I would say is like, go hang around in other people's chats, say what's up to the other streamers, meet around and talk to them. You'll get a lot of people talking to you that way, and they'll come out and check out your stream too. So don't be afraid to just go out there and network and have fun. I mean, that's what streaming is about in the first place. Have fun being yourself and playing games.
It's really good advice. And I do think
They get snaps.
Yeah, it's great
Get
advice.
snaps.
Great advice.
I don't give out snaps to everybody.
Yeah.
'Cause I get snaps.
God, you are the coolest person I've ever seen today. It's unbelievable.
Now I gotta put that back
now
on.
that you took off that ridiculous
know.
cardboard hat.
What? Yeah, that's true. That was a little ridiculous.
Yeah, I think it can be hard for a lot of people to kind of put themselves out there, right? Like I think it's so that first time typing and having a conversation with people is definitely kind of a scary one for a lot of people.
Absolutely. I'm still trying to work up the confidence to actually
Stream. Yeah.
I said I was going to do it for CFTs. I don't know, maybe.
It's too close. It's too close to the release now,
right?
so now
I'm
you don't
just
want to
like
stream it. I got
second
it.
guessing myself. I don't know.
So, what do you think about Sea of Thieves, man? Are you going to be streaming it at all?
Yeah, I actually am. Because I just got a beta code for it. So me and my brother, I'll probably get Sir Savage, another streamer, and maybe somebody else to play with us too, and see if we can go crazy. On the game. I've never played it before, so I'm excited to try it out.
You're gonna like it. Learning how to sail a ship with a group of people is the funniest thing in the world because everyone sucks at it at first. And like you can move your sails like this, and you can raise and lower them, and everyone's just like, "Oh my god, I don't know what to do."
That's a good point. I was excited for this game because I was saying to myself, there's no way I could screw this game up. There's no way in heck. I said, hell. But now you're telling me that there's a way that I can be bad at this game. Now I'm scared.
Most definitely.
Anyway, it's fine.
I've also seen 100 people. Like, if you think you've hit something, have someone go check it under the water because you're probably sinking. People always like, even if you nick a rock.
You can sink?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. It's scary stuff.
I'm gonna die so many times. GG.
I think your audience is gonna love it. You're gonna have a lot of fun playing that game. It's got a great dynamic, team dynamic similar to Fortnite or PUBG. So it makes for really good streaming content. I can't wait to see like a ton of people playing it this week.
It's gonna be so exciting.
It's gonna be good.
So now a little birdie told me that your brother streams ? Is that true?
That is that is true.
Nice.
Yeah, he goes by the name Too Stanky.
Beautiful name. All right.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
he's a streamer too.
Did he get into it from you, or was it vice versa?
Actually, it's a funny story. We were all playing. I think it was Call of Duty Black Ops 2 at the time, and I was like, bro, we sit around playing games all day. Why don't we just put a camera in front of our face? And that's kind of how it happened. So
good idea.
That's how it starts for a lot of people.
Also, side question. I call people bro all the time. Is it weird to call your brother bro? Is that just like a normal thing?
You know what? I never really thought about it until you said that. I guess now that I think about it, it is kind of weird.
I don't know. I was just curious.
No, that makes sense.
I'm just trying to make useless conversation. You see how these interviews go.
No, this is great.
Yeah.
So now
our whole show. Okay, thanks.
Our whole show is pretty useless, honestly. Hopefully nobody important's watching when I said that. All right. So Invade, I don't know if you've seen our show, but we have a custom tips and tricks question that we ask all of our partners, and now it's your turn. Are you ready?
All right, let's go. Fire away.
All right, here we go. Let's say you can invite 3 video game characters, any 3 video game characters you can think of, to dinner. Who would they be and why?
Right now? Okay.
Yeah, go.
Oh, God, okay. Luigi, because I always thought he was better than Mario. I always thought he was better than Mario. Let's go Cloud, because I think Cloud is dope from Smash Bros. And then let's go Peach, because I always had a crush on Peach.
Yeah.
So she's got to come too.
Yeah, nice.
Very much in the Nintendo world.
Or Daisy.
Yeah.
But you know, Luigi, and you'd be fighting over Daisy, man.
That's true.
He can get this work. Luigi can get the work.
Yeah, he can. I've seen it.
Yeah, and so I'm happy you didn't say Mario. I'm happy you went with Luigi, because I was always a Luigi fan. I feel like Mario needs...
sibling?
Huh?
I always feel like Luigi fans are the younger or middle.
I'm middle.
Or their neighbor was older and owned the game.
Sure.
So it was like the second player.
Mario just got too much. He got too much credit. He needs to be brought down a peg. His ego is too huge. He's in all the big games. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I get it.
Luigi's Mansion. I need another one.
Yeah. I
Luigi's
agree.
Mansion was good.
That would be sick. So finally, man, where and when can people watch your streams?
So I stream every day from 6 o'clock Central Time to 10 o'clock Central Time PM. It's all 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. And every now and then I might go a little bit longer depending on how I'm doing in Fortnite. You know, that game can make you rage. So other than that, that's where I'm at every day, right
awesome,
here.
Man. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Been
it
a
was
pleasure.
Amazing.
Everyone give it up for Invade.
My pleasure.
Yeah. We'll see you on Mixer. Woo!
I love it.
That was a great
interview.
Good interview. One of my favorites. That was good. I just love hearing people talk about what brought them into streaming.
Yeah, what they're passionate about.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
And I love hearing who they would invite to dinner.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good question. And be sure to check out Invade, guys. He is a monster at Fortnite. I've seen it.
You seen it?
Terrifying. It makes me sick. It makes me sick because I'm so bad.
All right.
Seen it.
I understand. I often watch streams and feel absolutely discouraged. All right. So next up, I have some Xbox knowledge to drop on you.
Well, have you ever wondered how to protect your Xbox profile? Because Malik will teach you.
Yeah, let's check it out. I started reading the next line. Yeah.
So,
All right, it's time for another quick tip. And today we're going to be telling you how to protect your account by adding a passkey. Now, there's a few reasons why you'd want to add a passkey. One, it protects against a child signing in as the parent and overriding parental controls. It also helps to prevent unauthorized charges. It allows the parent to grant content exceptions, and it roams with you anywhere you go. Let's show you how to add it to your account. Basically, you're going to hit the Xbox Guide button and then use the right bumper to tab over to the settings key and then hit settings. From account, you're going to scroll over to sign in, security, and passkey. On the left-hand side where it says change my sign-in and security preferences, you're going to click that and then scroll over to ask for my passkey. Then here you just make your passkey. So I'll make mine. It's going to ask for it one more time just to confirm that you've got it right. And just like that, your passkey is set and your account is secure. For more tips, be sure to check out Xbox Assist and support.xbox.com.
So fashionable.
In that scene?
Yeah, that backwards hat.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was probably just having one of my bad hair days.
Yeah,
This is
hey,
another one, but,
look at this. Look at this.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah. It's actually my only captain's hat, and I just wanted to feel special.
Sure.
Because see it
See
is
coming out.
tomorrow.
That's excited. Yeah.
So pumped.
It's crazy that was in technical alpha, and it was still your most played game of 2017.
Yeah, that's
So
depressing, huh?
No, I mean it's telling of how great the game is.
Well, that's
apparently.
really nice. And I will say this: people in alphas are just the nicest. Like the internet, online people can be full of trolls. You know, like when you play Halo, I get teabagged and people tell me I suck. But in alphas, everyone's like genuinely interested in the game. So I would always go into random and just because I played a sad amount, you saw it, and I would just teach them how to play.
That's nice
and
of you.
People were so nice, and it was so much fun. It was
Yeah.
one of the best gaming experiences I've had in years. I think.
Oh my God! Put that on the box. One of the best gaming experiences I've had in years. Ethan Rothamel. That's going on the box.
Yeah, but
For
I don't.
sure.
It'd be interesting to see how that carries over because it's such a team-oriented game.
Sure.
I hope that the trolls don't ruin the
ruin it.
four-player
And use your
experience.
mics for heaven's sakes, people. Use your mics when you
There
play the
is
game.
proximity chat. Don't get in a party. Talk in game. It makes for an awesome experience. When you all oh God, I can't talk about it. But
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Tomorrow you're gonna be able to play it. It's gonna be fantastic.
talk in proximity.
Let's move on. It's time for our top 5 lists.
All right. First, let's talk about top 5 paid games, guys. Number 4.
Number 5.
I'm sorry. Number 5. Thanks, Malik.
No worries, man.
Number 5 is
Fortnite.
making the paid,
list. Wow.
means-
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
That means people are buying the PvE version.
That's awesome. That's good. I was hoping that this would happen because obviously Fortnite is great as a free game. However, you really want to make sure that if you love the game, if you love the kind of battle royale part of the game, try out the other version.
Yeah, it's actually quite fun.
Is it?
And it gets very hard. The first area is pretty easy and relaxing, and I was like, oh, this is mindless. I love it. And then I got to the second area and just constantly died.
You died.
But it's very good. It's a lot of fun, a little bit more RPG-esque. You get to build your base and defend it. You have giant maps to like loot and explore and then defend on those. Like the PvE experience is honestly great.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I might check it out. Maybe. Number 4, it is Minecraft.
Speaking of,
Speaking of Minecraft.
made the
we did-
news, our news segment this time.
That's right.
Nothing you can say about it
It's
that
Minecraft.
hasn't already been said. It's freaking Minecraft.
Number 3, it is Rocket League.
Dang, man, there's some good games on here.
Good
Timeless.
Timeless games. That's right.
Do you remember the original Rocket League? Do you remember the name
You
of
always
it?
say it, and I just
want
don't
you to
care to
memorize
remember.
it.
I don't care to remember it. say it for everyone at home, though.
All right, guys. Does anyone out there remember the first Rocket League? No one realizes that this is a sequel.
Don't wait
This
for a
is a
response
sequel.
because nobody probably
No one's
remembers.
nobody. Nobody. It was only on PlayStation.
It will take them the entire show to type it out. Go for it.
Supersonic, acrobatic, rocket-powered battle cars. I just wanted an
rolls
excuse
right
to say
off
that.
the tongue. Fantastic.
Yeah. You wonder why they changed the name.
No, I love that you bring it up though, because I like hearing about the roots of games and stuff. And it's
a good
useless
one.
information. Number 2, it is Call of Duty World War DOS.
Still there. Still there.
Still there. It will always be there.
And what do you guys think is number 1? Same thing it's been for the last 3 weeks,
Yeah,
4
that's right.
weeks. Boom.
PUBG in the house.
Selling like crazy.
Yep. I mean,
It's good.
I'm excited for it. New update out
Today.
at
New update today.
Exactly. Came out 1
last
a.m. Pacific time,
Yeah.
and it's just like it's. I think it's awesome. They
Yeah.
just keep updating the game.
We're gonna be
and
playing it today?
We are gonna be playing it today in about half an hour. So it's
So
gonna
be ready
good.
for that sadness.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have our top 5 most played games. Number 5, it is PUBG.
Look at that. Huh. Whoa. Whoa.
What?
Whoa. Who
I think it might
played a
be-
little trick.
It might
I
be
like that.
Yeah. I think the text is right. The picture was
Well,
not.
because no way that it's all right. Anyway.
Yeah. All right. No, Fortnite's like number. All right.
Pub
So
Night.
number 4 is Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
Tom Clancy still making the list. So happy.
Yeah.
Best console
you-
shooter.
You keep saying that.
I say it every time.
That's huge praise.
There is no
man.
better console shooter. There isn't.
Wow.
There isn't.
Okay,
it's
fair
just
enough.
perfect.
I trust you. I trust you.
you.
Number 3 is Call of Duty World War II dropping a spot.
Finally dropping a spot.
Finally, yeah.
It's been up.
It's still in top 5. Like, if you're on this top 5 list, you've made it. And I feel like if
Yeah.
Call of Duty ever dropped off the list, I will be very surprised.
Most definitely.
It'll drop to the next Call of Duty, but
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it'll leave the list for the next one.
Exactly.
Call of Duty World War III. Grand Theft Auto 5 is in at number 2. This game, like, I cannot believe how many times this is still on the list. Like, you guys love your GTA
Yeah.
5. That GTA Online, man.
that's right. Red Dead Redemption is coming. Or Red Dead, what is it?
Red Dead Redemption 2.
2.
You were
Okay.
right.
I can't remember if they
You're
kept
right.
Red Dead Redemption,
gonna
but
be
it's coming
sick.
in this year, and yeah, it'll probably be on the list along with GTA 5.
I saw a news article, and it could have been fake or like a troll, but someone was like, what if Red Dead Redemption took place in the real world or the modern world? Like, someone should make that game. And it was like,
I don't know if anyone should make that game. That seems ridiculous. Red Dead in the real world? Oh, 'cause you're
In the
saying-
modern
I
world.
thought you meant like
In the modern world.
cowboys in like New York City today. That's
No.
where my head went.
no.
Okay, 'cause that seems ridiculous.
What? Like the premise of Red Dead Redemption, but in Liberty City?
Somebody made a time traveling machine, and you just see them coming out. What's all this around it? These tall buildings, man.
Yeah.
And their
What is this
accents.
cellular phone?
It's great.
I
All
love
right,
it,
so
man.
number 1, it for most played games is yet again
Oh.
day in day out Fortnite. Battle Royale.
That's why.
There you
PUBG,
go.
yeah. Fortnite's free. It's got to be the most played game. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way.
And it's most played by a lot. I've seen
Yeah,
some things that
it's
say
ridiculous.
that it's up there by a good part
Well,
margin.
and they just updated the map, too, and the new updates have been
Oh, have you played it with the
it's
new map?
great. The new
Okay.
updates are super fun, and super, like, everyone's dropping there right now. So
That's what I
if
was
you
gonna
want, if you
ask,
want to get in
yeah.
crazy fights in the new areas, right now is the time to do it. And if you want to play it safe and get some easy wins, drop on the other side of the map because no one's going there.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
And that's only for like a little bit longer.
It's a winning strategy, guys. Just drop where nobody is. Stay there if you
It's a
can.
boring strategy.
Okay. Wow. All right. So before we get into our last few lists, we want to know from you what you think should be our next top 5 list that we cover. We have a few choices: games that should be made into movies.
Things in games you'd want IRL. Ooh, that's a
Interesting.
cool one.
And games with multiple endings. Ooh. I don't know which one I want. I'm gonna leave it up to chat. I mean, I think it was up to chat anyway, but I'm just gonna say I'm gonna leave it up to chat.
I'm voting.
You're voting? What are
I'm
you
voting because I always like to skew it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm not telling you though.
All right. Okay.
Now,
All right, go
during the
ahead.
last show, you guys voted as usual for this week's top 5, and you happened to pick games that will never happen.
Okay, so you weren't here for our meeting yesterday.
wasn't.
So this is kind of the parameters. These are games that kind of it's a mix of games that have been announced but are going to take forever. Some
Yeah.
games that, we just really want.
Yeah.
And it seems like the companies don't want to give it to us.
Sure.
So it's an amalgamation, as they say. That's your smart word of the day, amalgamation. Look it up. All right, at number 5, it's Beyond Good and Evil 2.
I'm gonna love this list, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say, how long did it take you guys to come up with this list?
So it didn't take that long. Honestly, I kind of fought against this one only because it was they finally resurfaced at the last Ubisoft press conference at E3 last year. But
So
it has
it'll
been
be
a
out in
long
a few-
time coming.
Yeah.
It's taken a long time for this to resurface.
Yeah.
And
Well,
so
as you know, gamers' attention spans are a year, maybe 2.
Yeah.
So of course it's never gonna happen because it's not gonna be for 3 years.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure this is a single player game, which Ubisoft is kind of, they don't really make single player only games.
Yeah.
There's always some kind of
Element.
live element to it.
Yeah, it'll
so
be interesting to see what they do.
right, exactly. Number 4, it's Silent Hills
Oh.
PT. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Now, a moment of silence for this game
Rest
because
in peace.
holy crap. This game was going to be incredible. The demo alone is scarier than half the video games I've ever played.
Yeah.
It was so good. And if you didn't delete it, it's still on. It was only on PlayStation. But if you didn't delete it, you can still play it.
Or you could sell your PS4 that still has it for an insane. I've seen some
Yeah.
people selling it for insane amount of money.
Insane amounts of money. Mine has it.
Oh, can I have it?
No.
Oh,
I'm
darn.
going to sell it for $1 million or whatever. I don't know.
that's not nice.
It's not that much money.
But it seems as though this heavily influenced Resident Evil 7 because it's I don't
Very
want to say
similar.
similar, but it went in a new direction that kind of mirrored
Well,
this.
and I'm sure that in some regards it's going to be similar to that new game that's the weird one, Death Stranding.
Okay, yeah.
Because that was same.
Oh,
it was
Death
going to be
Stranding,
because
yeah.
he was going to be the star of it.
That's right.
And it was same
Norman
director
Reedus,
and
yeah.
everyone. So I think that a lot of you'll see some like inspiration there. But if you haven't played it, try and find someone that has like this on their system because
Mm-hmm.
it is worth playing in and of itself. It is unbelievably scary, and there's so many different endings. You're just walking through a hallway over and over again, and so many little different things can happen. You have to actually plug in a mic at one point and talk to the ghost, and
For you to
she'll whisper
progress.
in your earpiece.
Oh my goodness.
Like back at you. It's so scary.
Yeah.
I love it. Love it.
Yeah, so I we'll never see it. It's so sad.
never see it.
So
Yeah.
sad. All right, number 3
Pour
is
one out for him.
Star Wars 1313. So this
Another
was,
one.
There was like one trailer, I believe, that made it look so awesome. It's like this third-person Star Wars game, super heavy single player.
Yeah, focused on the underworld of Star Wars, right? Bounty hunters, smugglers, scoundrels.
All those things where I've never seen a Star Wars movie. I know, please, I've heard it already. I've never seen a
Take your
Star
hate
Wars
mail.
movie. Yeah, I'll take the hate mail. But like, this looked interesting and it looked awesome. And Visceral was developing it. However, Visceral is no more. Rest in peace, Visceral.
I know. Goodbye, Visceral. You guys
sad.
made some great games, and I think this would have been no different.
That's right. Number 2 is The Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh, so this obviously will happen, but it's going to be years. And
Yeah.
they've teased that it'll be years.
I like the picture that we used. My word.
Is that supposed to be from like the original or
yeah.
Daggerfall or something? I love it. I'm a huge Elder Scrolls fan,
You
so I
are.
can't wait, which makes this wait even more. It feels like it's never going to happen because Bethesda's notorious for not announcing a game or teasing a game until it's like 6 to 8 months
Which is
from
honestly
release.
great for me. I like it.
Oh, it's so much better because at least like when they announced Fallout 4, it was like, oh my God, new Fallout, and it's out this fall. I
Right.
don't have to stress out about delays and all
That's
these
right.
crazy things.
Yeah. I mean, if only I played Bethesda games, I could appreciate that more.
Yeah.
But I don't.
That's okay.
It's fine. I'm happy for you. I'll be happy
Thank
for
you.
you when this game is announced.
I will be taking a day off of work.
All right. You heard
but
it here
obviously-
first.
Yeah, we'll see. That never ever happens.
Take us to number 1. Ethan.
All right, and number 1, the top game that will never happen is Half-Life 3 / Portal 3 / Left 4 Dead 3 / Half-Life 2 Episode 3.
Anything that ends in a 3 that Valve could possibly make will not happen.
Yeah, no.
Basically.
No.
That rage face is essentially, how I feel inside. Which I think it's so sad. Half-Life 3, I would love. Half-Life 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. If we could get Half-Life 3 or Half-Life 2 Episode 3,
Any of
that's
it.
not cool.
Any of
Promising
it.
this,
Yeah.
and then not delivering.
And then not delivering.
And I believe the person who was in charge of the story ended up, and you can find this saying what would happen in the game,
Yeah.
which basically puts a nail in the coffin of it ever happening.
Yeah.
Which is so.
It is sad.
sad.
It's super sad. Maybe someone could make like a fan mod or something.
Maybe.
In any case,
Left 4 Dead 3.
Left 4 Dead 3, I'm a huge fan. I love Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. Portal 3 for me is the biggest one. Any game, like honestly, in my mind, it's going to be like when Valve starts hurting, when they have some kind of financial downturn, and they're like, "Oh my God, we're going to go under.
Yeah.
Let's release a third game
And it'll take
save
10
the
years for
company."
them to develop it, so
Yeah.
we'll still have to wait. But they have Steam, so that's never gonna happen.
The dream, like in my dreams, I imagine that all these games have already been made and they're sitting in a vault, and then something's going to happen where he's just like, pull the lever.
Oh,
they
that'd
pull
be
it and
cool.
one comes out.
I thought you were gonna say like they go into the meeting room with the games in the vault and they just laugh at knowing that we'll never play them. These guys will never play these games. I spit everywhere. All right, and we have an honorable mention. It is Sneak King.
Part deux. Sneak King Part deux. Great picture. I imagine that Ed had something to do with this. Sneak King was a game you could only get from Burger King for a limited time. You could buy it with any ordered meal. I owned it. It was very fun. What? It didn't taste good.
didn't
Yeah,
taste
yeah.
good?
No, would not recommend biting into it like their chicken fries that I definitely distinctly remember ordering with that
Ooh.
game.
Chicken fries are good.
And then I also worked at GameStop, so people would sell these en masse, like Sneak King, Pocket Bike Racer. What was it? There were two others.
They
I
would
can't
sell them. What do you
remember.
mean they would bring them back?
They would sell them to GameStop.
Oh, how
And they
much?
were
How much did they get for that?
Like
I
70
I'm putting
cents
everything
probably.
there.
Who knows? But they were awesome. And Sneaking was super funny because you just sneak up. And now with everything coming to light, it's a little bit more of a touchy subject. But you used to sneak up on people and hand them burgers. But it was like the creepiest game.
Yeah, no, for
You
sure.
just give them a Whopper.
Well, that in and of itself is a reason to hate the game. That Whoppers are not good.
Wow.
For you.
For you. Okay.
For you. Yeah.
Jeez.
Sorry. So let's check out the results for next week's top 5 list. What's it going to be?
Tabs.
Games that'll be made into movies.
Games
Good.
that should be made into none of them. When has a good video game movie ever come out?
Good video game movie?
Name one. Tomb Raider? No.
New one.
The new one.
Video
looks-
game movie.
Oh, I bet it's bad. I bet money it's gonna be bad. It could look amazing.
Mario Brothers was good.
Chat saying Doom, Assassin's Creed, Ark would be interesting.
Are you guys talking about games that would be good or games that I'm talking about? Give me a game that's been made into a movie that's good.
Interesting. Well,
No.
I don't think Warcraft was very good.
No, it wasn't. It was. We could talk about. Maybe I'm a harsh critic on movies, but I love movies.
As you
and
should
I
be.
have
As you should
some
be.
strong opinions.
All right, so check out next week. We'll have that list for you, and it will sure to be cause controversy. I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is all you, man. take it away.
All right, what's next? Ooh, yesterday we had the honor of having 2 Mixer partners who were kind enough to stop by our studio and hang out with us. And neither of us were available. But MK was amazing enough to step in, as she always does, to have a quick chat with them over coffee. So let's take a look.
Hey guys, I'm MK and I'm here with 2 of our Mixer partnered streamers, SIEFE and Archonaut, and we're here to bring you all the tips and tricks. I think you guys had some breakdown on who is in charge of what.
SIEFE's got the tips, and I've got most of the tricks.
Okay, so who were you guys before you were SIEFE and Archonaut? Like these personalities that people see on the screen.
Oh God, the bad thing is I literally have just been me. Like my name's actually SIEFE, so I've literally just been me the entire time. I just do it live now.
That's fair. That's fair. Now, how about you?
When I started streaming, I was just playing just a ton of Destiny, and I wanted to find a way to somehow make all that time productive. Spending 30 hours a week on Trials of Osiris, I figured, why not film myself doing it and feel better about myself at the same time while I'm obliterating the competition.
It's productive when you're creating content, right?
Right. Building
Yeah.
a brand.
Building a brand. Now, you kind of have come at this whole Mixer thing from 2 different approaches. SIEFE, you've been in the streaming world for a long time, and Archonaut, you're a little bit newer. What kind of trajectory have you each followed?
So I've only been streaming for about 2.5 years, on Mixer for about a year, about the same amount of time as SIEFE. But I was not at any capacity involved in esports or the streaming world at all before then.
And
So
how about you, SIEFE?
I mean, you know, I was in esports before I became full time on Twitch, and then I came here. But I think like the cool thing is like I think like our growth has been pretty much parallel, which is a good sign because it means it doesn't really matter what level you're coming from. So that's a really cool thing. It's a really cool sign.
So what tips would you give to brand new streamers who have never fired up a stream before, and they're itching to do that, itching to share their perspective, their games with the world, but they haven't pressed go live yet?
It's realistic expectations to just go into it and have fun, and don't worry. Like people are so worried about the level of success being based off of numbers or the level of success being off of growth, and you have to be okay for the first little bit. Like when I started streaming, like I have to be completely okay with just one friend watching. Be happy with that, and as long as I'm okay with that, then everything else is a bonus, and everything else grows that way. When you start worrying too much about it, it takes the fun away from your channel. And if you're not having fun, nobody wants to come in and have. It's like having a party with no food. Like nobody wants to go to your party if there's nothing to enjoy.
Right.
So enjoy yourself.
Okay, so that was a solid tip for newbies. How about a trick for newbies?
I mean, the biggest thing is to be comfortable with failing. You've got to put the time in and hit a wall enough times that you've become, you've generated thicker skin.
Or understand that failing isn't really failing.
Right.
Like as long as you're doing it, like you're not failing, you're just working at it.
You're experimenting.
Yeah. You can't fail if you're starting. You can fail later on if you just feel like you're not doing something right. But in the beginning, you're not failing. You're starting. So just like you start your stream, you're just starting. Don't worry about what your quota should be or anything like that.
How have your streams evolved over time? Like green screen, no green screen, different tech that you use.
He's got all kinds of
different
stuff.
scenes.
I don't have anything.
Nothing.
SIEFE
Nothing
is
at all.
only devolved.
No, I use a Malibu Barbie mansion camera.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's
I
a
was
screen.
wondering why it was looking more grainy than it was last year.
No, actually, my when I
Pink
used to
is a
I
pink
used to stream
tint.
from my PS4 to Twitch with the PS4 camera, and I used a regular headset mic. And for music, I would have Spotify playing on my phone,
No, coming through
and
your
just
mic.
and just have it leaned
Classy.
up. And I just have it leaned up. Like
If you put
so
it
people,
really close to the mic, they can't tell.
Started
know.
from the bottom, now we're here.
it was pretty bad, but it worked.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is you don't need to have a dual PC setup. You don't need to have the fanciest mic, the nicest webcam. You can start with what you have. Okay, now how has yours evolved? You've done some really crazy things.
It's not
All the
it's not
tricks.
stopping. The evolution is just not going to stop, and it can't really. You've got to be comfortable constantly adapting. I started really basic. I didn't have a green screen. I didn't have anything. I was just on my Xbox. I used to put the camera, the Logitech, folded up on a protein powder like a little, the jugs of protein powder. I'd put it on
Yeah.
top because it was on my table. It was the only thing tall enough that I had that would get the perfect. Because I'm like, what am I going to stream this angle?
I like how to make sure it was
You
a
know?
protein container. Like you didn't want anybody to know it was like a Cookie Crisp container or something.
Yeah, I'm not going to put it on a box of cookies. It's all about the grind, man.
I mean, I don't know. Putting a camera on a box of cookies would definitely keep my eye turning towards it.
Yeah, well, no, but you're going to always be looking away.
Oh, that's
like a
true.
sociopath.
Just below.
But he's got like a whole production kind of thing going on now.
So you've done some
do.
crazy things with interactive
Yeah.
in particular.
Yeah, so I really started brainstorming when I got to Mixer because at the time, 99.9% of what people were using interactive for was just sound clips. It was just, people just called it the soundboard at that point. And it's only until recently that people have started calling it the interactive panel or whatever. And I really put some thought into what I want to do with it. The idea that I came up with was that I wanted people to feel like they were playing the stream as if it were a game, and just sort of remove almost the middleman of me, and make people feel like they were participating directly. And so I added, overlay features and interactive features that had, the flames that come up next to me. I've got the puzzle button that really,
He does his
Okay,
own,
so
he
for
does his own
people-
animations too. I didn't know
For
that.
people who don't know about the puzzle button, what's the puzzle button?
So if you're feeling mean, you can come into my stream while I'm.
Also, if you're feeling like a big spender, it's
You're
like
feeling like a-
60,000 sparks.
Yeah, if you want to feel like a big spender, if you want to be mean and interrupt my just nonstop.
So a supervillain.
Yeah, really.
Very rich in sparks and angry. That sounds like a supervillain.
Yeah. Well, you hit that button and it sends me to a new scene where basically it's got some like bomb diffusing music going on. It's got a timer and I've got 2 minutes to solve like a minute and a half to solve a Rubik's Cube. It interrupts my game. It interrupts my life.
He does it though. I've seen him actually do the entire Rubik's Cube and finish it in less time than the 2 minutes.
Every time.
Yeah.
And then, but there's so much attention to detail as well because you've got your green screen and behind, because there's a green side of the Rubik's Cube, right? So what did you do about the fact that there was going to be like a hollow part?
So it started as an accident. I had this whole idea for the puzzle button. I said, this is brilliant. I did it for the first time. Crushed it by like 30 seconds. It was unbelievable.
I can't do anything.
And then I realized that there's the green side of the cube that's just getting removed. And it was just, you saw like
was
my
a hollow
overlay
part,
behind
yeah.
me. And so on the fly, I had the idea that I could put like an X-rayed chest behind me. And so when I finished the cube, you could see like my,
it looks
my
like an
lungs
X-ray.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Yeah,
So
it's great.
Hopefully,
It's
when
great.
when there are doctors in the stream, not only can I do the puzzle, but they can diagnose any issues and they can help me out for free.
Well, there you go. Okay, so SIEFE, let's talk about notifications for a little bit. You have finally removed some of the audio of your notifications. Why is that?
Yeah, all my notification audio is gone now, except for like new subs. Just because, I mean, if I'm getting, it sounds weird saying it, but I'm getting around, on a bad day, 1,000 followers a day. I think I've gone around like between 26, 27,000 followers a month, and I used to have a really cool thing where it was like Claptrap's voice that would welcome everyone to the stream.
Hello, new follower. Welcome to SIEFE's channel.
And it was so cool, and then it got so bad because like the entire stream was just a backlog. Like my notifications would go off for like an hour after I'm live to try to catch up.
And I think that that's kind of a little bit of a pitfall that new streamers can fall into too, is that they set up all of their notifications with a visual aspect and an audio aspect. And then as they grow, it's just so much of a part of the back of their mind that they maybe forget to turn off those audio clips because it's too much audio. It's audio overload for the viewer.
It's easy to filter it out.
It's a good intent. Everyone has good intentions by doing it because you want to recognize people and thank people for being there. And at the time, like, Beam wasn't very large at the time, so there wasn't, it wasn't like on Twitch where you're getting hundreds and hundreds of subs a day. So getting 100 followers was a cool thing like a year ago compared to now. So like you wanted to make sure you recognize all those people. But now Mixer has gotten to a size now where it's like you really appreciate it, but you can't have your entire stream just be a notification sound the entire time because it's going over your voice, it's going over the game. So I had to think of ways to try to like either like Hypebot, like I don't know if people use that, like Hypebot lets people know in the chat. You'll use an overlay to let people know in the chat, or on the screen. But audio stuff can sometimes get really, really in the way of an experience. And most people are there for an escape and an experience. So I had to kind of tone it down a little bit with not letting people think that I don't value new followers. It's just very hard to put 1,300 notifications in one day just popping up on the screen with audio.
All right. So to wrap up this segment and throw it back to the guys who are live right now, Mixer isn't just about the streamers. It's just as much about the viewers. So one last tip and one last trick for people who are new to Mixer all up.
Consistency. I think being consistent's a huge thing. It's just like any TV show. Let people are going to be there. They need to know when you're going to be there. Whether it's 1 day a week or 5 days a week, just be there for your people.
Consistency for the streamers, but also consistency for viewers. You know, it's important to connect with the community and really spend time in it. I mean, you can bounce from stream to stream, or you can just join, 4 or 5 communities really closely and make friends and have experiences with people.
I think that's kind of, at the end of the day, what we're all here for. It's a killer community. Thanks, guys, so much for being on, and we'll throw it back to the guys who are live.
Man. Shout out to MK for stepping in and doing great field work.
Yes.
Even though it's in the same room.
MK the worst, more like MK the best.
Yeah. Nobody's ever used that joke. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Yeah, no, she does awesome work. She's so good. I was taking pointers during the segment. It was good. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice, man.
We actually had Archonaut on Tips and Tricks back in September, right after PAX West.
A long while ago.
But I also want to say we passed 5,000 followers.
Yes.
Are
you gonna leave me hanging?
I'm sorry. Oh, I thought are we doing it? Okay.
Okay.
That was,
you want to jump? You want to do it and jump? Right. Okay.
All right. Somebody.
My knees.
Freeze frame or clip that.
Freeze frame.
All right, cool. So we have one more segment before we play some PUBG.
Yes.
This is the most romantic part of the show where we open our hearts and let the love shine across the Mixer. It's time for 3 streams to watch. Cue the music.
You're kicking things off this time. Where's the music?
Is there music?
Oh,
it's on. So I'll just dance. I can't hear it.
All right. You want to take this one?
This is the sprinkler.
Yeah,
all right,
we're aware.
Let's kick it off with Blizzy. Blizzy is an awesome variety streamer, a competition and convention dancer in real life. Blizzy brings a cheery and friendly attitude to her streams. Of course, that also means that her stream schedule is a bit erratic, but when she is able to stream, you can always count on her to bring you an enthusiastic and upbeat stream. Other fun facts about Blizzy include she has over 3,000 hours of gameplay logged in Minecraft. That is insane. She was a test writer for Expedition Everest at Disney World. Oh, that is pretty cool too, man. And she goes on a 12-mile bike ride every day.
She is very much healthier than we are.
My word. She graduated high school at the age of 15. She plays the piano, and her favorite drink is water. That's ridiculous. Be sure to head over to mixer.com/Blizzy to give her a follow and see when she goes live next.
Big fan of water. Moving on to DM21 Gaming. Mixer.com/DM21 Gaming if you guys are curious. Now, who is this man? He's a great variety streaming channel run by Bicycle Walrus and his wife. So Bicycle Walrus is the guy on the right. And I guess you probably could have insinuated that by the word wife.
Sure.
Tanantha. I pronounce that wrong every time. Now, they originally started out on YouTube where they gained a hefty following, but moved over to Mixer once they discovered the possibilities of the interactivity offered on the platform. They consider themselves a casual gaming channel that just likes to have fun. After all, that's why they got into gaming in the first place. Most of their fondest memories involve gaming with friends and family, and they'd like to share that experience with their viewers. Their schedule varies, but you can head on over to mixer.com/DM21Gaming and click the schedule link in their channel description for more details. And hey, while you're there, you might as well give him a follow.
Might as well.
What I would also say is, I think he's probably the best shoutcaster for Darwin Project ever.
I didn't get a chance to see that, but he's also very funny. I got to interview him at PAX West, and he's so cool.
Yeah, he's really down to earth.
All right, so let's move on to Low Crash. Mixer streamer Low Crash touts herself as a casual gamer. Though she will occasionally play games solo, she really loves teaming up with and playing with other Mixer users. She'll always announce when she's looking for players to join her party and doesn't judge based on skill level, only team effort. While she does stream a variety of games occasionally, right now she's hooked on PUBG, and who isn't, but is looking to adding more regular games in the future. She doesn't currently have a set schedule, but she gets on whenever she can to chase that delicious and elusive chicken dinner. I know it's elusive. Be sure to follow her on mixer.com/lowcrash as you can join her mission for chicken.
Ooh, we're about to go on our own mission for chicken.
That's right, but first, those were 3 streams to watch.
Every time it gets me every time. Right here. Right in
the chest.
Right in the old chest region.
Fair enough. All right, so that concludes our hour of show.
Yeah, that concludes the regularly scheduled programming.
That's right. Have no fear though, because we're about to get a chicken dinner.